All right, Math 8, this is your homework help video. Math 8, this is your homework help video. Okay, so it says write the equation in slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form, if you remember, is y equals mx plus b, where of course your m is the slope and your b is the y-intercept. Okay? All right, so in order to write this equation that you see in slope-intercept form, you have to isolate the variable y. So you're going to get y by itself. So in order to get this y by itself, you have to move the -2 and the 3x. Which do you move first? You're going to move the 3x, positive 3x. Just to move a positive 3x, you're going to subtract 3x on both sides. Remember, always get rid of the term that's not directly attached to the variable that you're trying to isolate. So get rid of this first. So this is a positive. To move it, you subtract it. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So now this is 0, and we're left with the -2y is equal to a -3x minus the 16. Now to get y by itself, we got to get rid of the -2, which is attached to y by multiplication. The only way to undo multiplication or the inverse of multiplication is division. So you're going to divide everything by a -2. Okay? Going to divide both sides by a -2. -2 divided by -2 is a 1, a positive 1. So we're left with 1y. A negative divided by a negative is going to be a positive, and I can keep it as a reduced fraction at 3 over 2, positive 3 over 2, because a negative divided by a negative is going to be a positive. Bring down the x. Again, a negative divided by a negative is a positive. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So this is your equation. Here, your m is equal to 3 over 2. This is your rise. This is your run. And here, your y-intercept or your b, your starting amount, is 8. All right. Number 2, the second one. Write an equation given the following. Okay, the line goes through, and we have here, it goes through this point, and the slope is this. So remember, when you're writing an equation in slope-intercept form, the first step is to find your slope. Your slope is already found. They tell you that m is a -4. So now you need to just find b. What is b? So in order to find b, you use the slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. You're going to substitute all this information that's given. This is an x coordinate. This is a y coordinate. This is your m. So you're going to plug all of these numbers into this form and solve for the missing variable b. Your y is 5. It's equal to your m, which is -4, times your x, which is -2. And you're solving, or you're trying to find b. So multiply this first. A negative times a negative is a positive. So this is going to give you 5 is equal to 8 plus b. Now to get b by itself, you got to get rid of this positive 8 by subtracting 8 on both sides. 5 minus 8 gives you a -3. This is 0, so you get -3 is equal to b, or b is equal to -3. So now you got your m and your b, and you're writing an equation in slope-intercept form. Your m is -4, so this is y is equal to -4x, and your b again is -3, so that's going to be -3. This is your equation. Okay? Scatter plot. The scatter plot shows the monthly heating costs for the Hernana family compared to the average temperature per month. Okay, so we got the average temperature, and so as the temperature increases, the heating bill decreases, and that makes sense. As it gets hotter outside, people don't use their heat. Okay, they don't use their heat as much. All right, so the price is gonna be less because people are gonna cut that heat off, and they saving money. Based on the plot, which is the best estimate? The best estimate of their family's heating bill for the month that averaged to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. 90 is right in here. This is 90. It looks like the line is going down. It's somewhere in here. Okay? So if that's the case and 90 is in the middle, 90 is right in here somewhere. So it's between 50 and 0. So let's rule out some things. Okay, we can rule out this is too high, this is too high, and it's below 50. So 20 is the best answer, somewhere in there. Okay. All right, and you see how it's below 50? This right here is below 50 because the line is going, it's somewhere in here. All right, the line of best fit is somewhere in there. Okay, so now let's look at this one. Um, Two contestants on The Biggest Loser are Valerie and Oscar. Their weight loss progress is shown below. Valerie's weight loss is shown by the function where W is her weight in pounds and T is the time. Okay, so this is her total weight, W. All right, this is the starting amount, and this is how much she's losing because you see that minus, this is the slope. So this is the amount that she is losing per week, 2.5 pounds a week. Okay. All right, so this is Oscar. Oscar's weight loss is tracked by a table below. So his starting, look at what his starting off is. His starting is, so my B here is 247. And let's figure out what the M is. Remember, you can use the float formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Use the two easiest points. The two easiest points here, let's use 0, comma 247. The starting, see how wherever the starting weeks is, 0 weeks, this is how much you weigh. So that's your starting amount. So let's use that point, and let's use the one right beside it. In 2 weeks, he was down to 4. Ooh, that's a lot, wasn't it? 243. Okay. All right. So let's see how much he lost per week, if that's what he lost in 2 weeks. Okay. So on the top, this is X1, Y1, X2, Y2. So here we go. We got on the top, your Y2 is 243 minus 247, and then 2 minus 0. So on the top, this is going to give you a negative 4 over what? Over 2. Is that right now? Yes, negative 4 over 2. Okay, so this is going to give you a negative 2. So you're losing 2 pounds. So your M is 2. So it's 2 pounds every single week. And this is 2.5 pounds every single week. Okay, who weighed more at the beginning? So let's see here. Who weighs more? Oscar weighs more. You see that? Oscar. All right. Who is losing more weight faster? Look, this is 2.5 losing, and this is 2. So Valerie is losing more weight. Okay. Can't spell my own name, right? All right. So let me know if you have questions, okay? All right. Y'all have a good one.